What's up, the boxing world? Welcome to Strictly Boxing with Derek Poppy Rolone. Man, we got some good fights to discuss from this past weekend, man. Saturday night, man, we had some good fights from out of Las Vegas, Nevada. And also Friday, there was some fights that we want to discuss, man. I want to discuss these fights, man. I want to start off with my man, upset, the biggest upset this year to me, man, a really big upset. Jose Armando Resendiz upsets Carlos Plant. Split decision, so I don't know. In my opinion, I think whatever the judge was that said that Carlos Plant won that fight, he should never judge another fight ever. Resendiz clearly won pretty much every round after the third round, to me, in my opinion. And Cobb just didn't look good, man. You know, they said that Resendiz had boxed him before in the sparring, and he went to the camp. He boxed him, and they sent him up out of the camp. And that means that he was too tough for the champion. And sometimes that was happens. That happens to the fighters, man. You know, they don't want that tough sparring getting beat up in the training camp. Hey, what do you guys think about my man Khalil Plant? Man, I'm gonna tell you, he said he thought he won. I don't know what he was telling him. I don't know what his corner was saying in terms of his corner saying that he won the fight, but he was saying he thought he did good. He thought the judge, he kind of really believed he got robbed. That's ridiculous. I don't understand the mentality of that. I don't see how a fighter, and I'm a fighter, I've been in there, I understand it. I don't understand how you think you won a fight when it was that lopsided, that one-sided. You got hit pretty much. You pretty much lost the fight clearly to everyone that watched it. But maybe not, because that one judge, one judge said that it was a close. He gave Khalil Plant the fight. He made it come out to the split decision. To me, he was dominated. Armando Resendiz, he had it in his mind. He came to fight. You're gonna see a lot of him. He's gonna be noticed. He upset Khalil Plant, and I'm gonna tell you something else. The deal was set up. The way it was set up for Khalil Plant to win and Jamal Charlo to win, and then make a big fight with those two. But Resendiz ended that. And let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. I know it's just my opinion. If I was Jamal Charlo's people, I wouldn't mess with him. I'll leave him alone. No, I ain't fighting Resendiz. Get out of here. Let me tell you, the co-main event with Jamal Charlo, he defeated Thomas LaManna. Listen, Jamal Charlo took his comeback fight after a long layoff. He came in with the right opponent. He didn't look good to me. People saying, oh, he looks sharp. He looks strong. No, he was in with an opponent, lesser of his caliber, who came, he tried. He wasn't really that. I believe, though, to tell you the truth, that if LaManna would have really stepped on the gas and tried to really win, it would have been an even more competitive fight, Charlo, he heard him. He heard him a few times. He dropped him. Thomas LaManna showed a lot of heart. He kept getting up. He got dropped several times. He kept getting up. And he was in the fight trying to fight. He just got knocked down too many times. And on a doctor's recommendation, the doctor said that stop the fight. When the doctor says stop the fight, nobody could change that. So that's just what it is. The doctor's in control. Doctor say fight should be stopped, then the fight should be stopped. But I'm going to tell you something. I think Khalil Plant, and I like Khalil Plant, but I think he might be finished too. But he said he's coming back. He thinks he won the fight. If I was in Jamal Charlo's camp, if I was part of his handling team, I would not mess with Resendiz. Resendiz is a strong fighter. He looks sharp and strong, and you're going to see a lot of them. Jamal Charlo need to get a few more fights of his coming back before messing with Jose Armando Resendiz. That's my opinion. I'm going to tell you another fight on the card I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed Hernandez, the Cuban fighter, middleweight, man, against Davis. unanimous decision. Hernandez, man, Hernandez looks strong. That's a tough middleweight, man. He was only 7-0. He took on an experienced fighter. Davis was durable. I mean, he was hard. He came to fight, man. But this Hernandez dude was just too much, man. Too much. Unanimous decision. Hernandez defeats Davis and a good middleweight bout. That was a good fight. You know, I didn't see the fight, but I did get to read about it. Carmel Morton was on the undercard also, and he defeated Mastrapa, you know, a set of 8-round lightweights. So I didn't see it, but Carmel Morton, you know, still active, still winning, and he's still he defeated a unanimous decision against Mastrapa last night in a unanimous decision 8-rounder. But now, this is the fight that I really wanted to talk about, and I saved it to talk about it for this on this show. Khalil Big Stepper Coe out of Jersey City, New Jersey. Listen, Big Stepper Coe stepped up big class. Rematch with Gallagher. Look, rematch with a guy that knocked him out. He came back. Listen, we got to do it again. I've been trying to tell these fighters they get a loss and then they got all kinds of problems, man, and they don't want to really say, okay, let's do this thing again. Big Stepper Coe gets stopped by Gallegos. Gallegos stopped him. Big Stepper came back, went to the board, went back to get himself together, man. Listen, he looked phenomenal. Took his time, got his head together. Perfect jab. Buckle him with the jab. Bang, bang. What a good jab. This jab just kept the whole, everything. It showed the importance of the jab. Most things I teach all the young kids, man, listen, man, the jab is like your best girlfriend. I mean, you know, when you get hurt, you go to your jab. When you get tired, you go to your jab. Any problems you got, you go to your jab. And Big Stepper Coe worked on his jab. Beautiful jab, beautiful boxing defense. He looked good. Returned to the ring to redeem himself. He looked great. He showed the importance of what the jab can do. Great comeback. Let me tell you, Gallegos, he tried hard. You know, this is light heavyweight, so these are some power punchers, and he tough. He took some hard shots. He just couldn't get off. You know, the jab kept him bang, bang. And I think he got his nose broke early and he couldn't get off the stool to go into the 6th round. Or maybe his corner just said, nah, that's enough for you. But that jab, I think the jab might have broke his nose in the 1st or 2nd round, but he was popping that jab at him. All right, man, good fights this weekend, man, good fights. And look, it had nothing to do with Turkey Island Sheik, y'all. It had nothing to do with Turkey Island Sheik, man. Listen, man, PBC did a good show, I think it was. Listen up, man. Listen, Collar Plant got upset. Big upset. Good fights on the card. Again, big shout out to the young up-and-coming Carmel Morton, man, with another defense. He came back, gets a victory. Jamal Charlo, take a couple more fights, man. I don't think he looked like everybody said, oh, he's back. Jamal Charlo, he had the right opponent. Really just was in there to just put on a little show with him. Like I said, in my opinion, if Thomas LaMotta would have tried a little harder, he could have made it a much better fight because Jamal Charlo looked a little rusty to me. He looked a lot of ring rust. He just was in the ring with a fighter that was just, going to do what he was supposed to do, and that was dance around, throw a few punches, hit the hole, and lose a decision. All right, this is Derek Poppy rolling at Strictly Boxing. Listen, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do so. Subscribe to Strictly Boxing with Derek Poppy rolling. If you like the video, I appreciate if you hit the thumbs up. And most important to me, I really want to know what you think about these fights this weekend. Again, outstanding fights, and Big Stepper Coe is back, y'all. This is Derek Poppy, roll on.